Hi Sin, hi Leah. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to, hey. Hey Dawn. I was looking at the forecast and it said it was 50% chance of rain. I haven't seen much of it downtown, but that was my decision making yesterday was, I don't know if yogis really want to be in soggy grass. So thank you for following and joining me once again at Casa Day Inn. So happy Sunday. And hey, welcome. Today's practice is what I'm hoping to feel a little bit more nourishing in the body. It's still staying true to the theme and many of the postures or asanas that we've visited so far this month, but really slowing things down. It's so cold here in San Diego. When it feels rainy, a little bit colder, the seasons are starting to change. It's really that invitation from nature to turn inward, start to slow things down again. So that was the basis for class today. So with that, if you want to grab a blanket or a beach towel or any towel, not necessary by all means, but maybe a tool to help you feel a little bit more comfortable in some of the postures we'll be visiting a little closer to the earth. So with that, we'll get started. For those that have been practicing, you know that the theme and inspiration has been rooted in the second yama or restraint. It's part of the 8 limbs of yoga, and that is Satya, truthfulness. And looking at Satya as this language of observation to observe what truly is and separate that from our judgments. And our judgments are formed from this subjective reality based off our preferences, opinions, perceptions, based off our past experiences. It's really hard to do. So with that, truthfulness, we're still honoring that. We visited, and I'll encourage you to visit that in the sun salutations on the inhale breath as we reach the palms up, and palms pass through the third eye, through the lips, and through the heart. It's our way of honoring our thoughts, our words, our actions to align with our true essence, to align with truthfulness and Satya. And then taking a little bit deeper to round out our practice for this month, it really comes from the book that I've been restudying for the yamas and niyamas, and it's by Deb Adele. And she says in her book that the jewel of Satya is not in safety. It's not in doing what's comfortable, what's easy. It's for the good. It's doing what's right. And that really aligns with a quote that I came across that I would like to unite our practice with today, and that's by Sadhguru. He is an author in India, and an eloquent quote he has is that truth is not for comfort, truth is for liberation. So with that, let's get on our mats, and we're actually going to start in Hero's Pose this week. So Hero's Pose is where we sit back on the shins, our glutes are resting on the heels, toes are untucked. If this is uncomfortable for any reason, it's a great place to use that blanket or beach towel and place it between your glutes and the back of your legs. Otherwise, find yourself a little bit of ease, a little bit of comfort in this shape. For right now, palms can just rest comfortably on your lap. As you close off the eyes, relax the jaw, soften the muscles of the face. And again, that invitation turning inward, begin to observe the breath. Our first mindful practice of Satya, that language of observation. We observe the breath for what it is as it flows in and flows back out. Just noticing the cadence of the breath, the texture of the breath. There's no judgment of the breath. Simply noticing what it is right now, here in the present. If this theme has been resonating with you this month and you're looking for a mantra, that mind tool, there's syllables, sounds, or short phrases, something for you to come back to time and time again to anchor you into the practice. The one I offered today is truth is liberation. And it's a reminder on so many levels right now, external world, and as we breathe and move and explore some postures together this morning, honoring the truth of how the body's feeling mentally, emotionally, energetically. And we find that liberation within, not by forcing our body to fit some ideal shape we may have created in our mind or seen on Instagram, but that liberation is in honoring where you're at in the posture, allowing the posture to fit your body, fit your current state. Begin to draw a little more length, a little more depth to the breath. On the inhales, start to fill the breath from the low belly all the way up to the heart space. Let that breath be full and expansive. And then the exhale breath, allow the body to soften and surrender. Just a few more rounds, nice, full, deep inhale breaths. With a long, steady exhale breath. Every runner's favorite. So you're gonna tuck the toes under now. I always have to help my pinky join the party. This will maybe feel very intense for some. If it's feeling intense in a way that's painful, it's another great place to use that blanket and help prop up the hips a little bit by placing the blanket between the glutes and the back of the legs. Otherwise, you're sitting the glutes back towards the heels. Try to have the big toes touch if possible, and the ankles align so we don't have the ankles flaring out or in. I've got a little distraction for the upper body, so as we try to find a little bit of softness, a little bit of ease, let the breath help you. Inhale breath will slowly sweep the arms up. We're finding Kali Mudra. Interlacing the fingers, pointer fingers point up. We'll take another inhale breath here at center. Find that length in the spine first. And then exhale, it's arching up and over to your right. Feel that side body stretch as you continue to find that ease of breath. Breath flows in. Breath flows out. Opening up the left side body. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, arch up and over now to your left. I know the noise from the soles of your feet is probably getting a little louder. Redirect that energy, that focus back onto the breath. Or back onto that mantra if it spoke to you today. Truth is liberation. Inhale, we'll come back to center. Nice work, team. Exhale, you can release palms to the earth just for a moment. Untuck the toes, pitter-patter the feet. And then one more breath to movement here as we sit back on the heels. Toes untucked this time, so back to hero's pose. A little gentle twist. So inhale, we'll sweep those arms up. Exhale, take this gentle twist to your right. So left palm to the outside of the right leg. Right fingertips a little tent somewhere behind the toes and the sit bones. As we draw this energy, this length up the spine from the earth with the inhale breath. And on the exhale breath, it's that invitation, if there's the space, to twist from the lower ribs rather than from the low back or from the neck. Inhale, we'll find center. Exhale, taking that twist now to your left. Right palm to the outside of the left thigh. Left fingertips a little tent somewhere on the earth. Nicely done. Inhale, we'll come back to center one final time. Option to gaze up. Exhale, rolling over the knees, palms find the earth. We'll find that neutral tabletop spine. So take your time getting there, lining up your palms about shoulder distance apart, shoulders stack over the palms, hips over the knees. Encourage you to keep the toes untucked just so the hamstrings can relax. And on that inhale breath, drop the belly, lift the gaze, spread the collarbones. And then exhale, press the earth away, tuck the chin, round the spine for cat. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. And team, you've got 3 more rounds of cat-cow, moving to the rhythm of your own breath. You can keep the eyes closed, allowing yourself that freedom, that language of observation, observing how it feels from the inside, without paying too much attention to what these shapes look like on the outside. Wrap up one final round. Tabletop, little warm up for the wrists. Place the wrists so the fingertips point in, elbows are pointing out, and you can find some gentle circles, either moving right or left, just distributing the weight onto the wrists from different angles. And slowly switch sides. This is nice, especially if you spend a lot of time at the computer typing. Place our wrists in different positions to continue strengthening the stabilizing muscles. And then we'll pause at center. We'll go ahead and flip the wrists now so fingertips point back towards your knees. And you can either find those gentle circles, or it might feel nice to find a gentle sway from front to back. If you choose that, keep a micro bend in those elbows. Switch sides, right palm to the earth, sending the back of the left hand on the earth, and slowly sitting the glutes back towards the heels, just so you feel that sensation. Never want to feel pain, but sensation is okay, even if it feels like a dull ache. Nice work, team. Let's come back to neutral. We're going to extend our right toes behind us, tuck the toes onto the earth, pausing here. Feel that nice stretch for the calf, the hamstring. While you pause here, I'm just going to switch directions so you can see the posture a little bit better. You're going to kickstand the left knee out, so left toes anchor into the earth, and we're going to open up to that modified side plank. So left shoulder stacks over the left palm, sole of the right foot finds the earth. Inhale, right fingertips can reach up to the sky. Pause here, slightly press that right hip forward so you feel stretch or sensation in the hip flexor area. And then inhale breath, you can slowly begin to sweep right fingertips towards what should be the top of your mat for that side body stretch once again. We've got one more full round of breath. Next inhale, inhale, using the strength of the core, we rise up. We're passing through that gate pose, and you're gonna pivot the right foot onto the earth so it looks like that modified warrior two. Right knee over ankle in line with the second toe. Our hips now opening up, shoulders stacking over the hips, arms energetically extending from the heart space. And one more stretch for the wrist. Let's go ahead and flip the fingertips up towards the sky as if you're pressing walls away. I know you might not be able to see my palms quite on the screen. There you go. Option to gaze towards that right middle finger. Keep flexing the wrists. Nicely done. We'll inhale here. Exhale, breath. Left palm is gonna find the earth once more. Option one, you can stay in that modified plank. Option two, it's gonna look like a modified balancing half moon. So right leg lifts off the earth, flexing the right toes back towards the shin. Right fingertips once again can reach up. Option one, stay here. You're working on some glute strength, strengthening the muscles of the outer hips. Or if you wanna go for a quadricep stretch, start to bend the right knee, reach for the shoelace part of the foot, bring the heel towards the glute, and then start to press that right hip forward once again. Option to gaze down towards the left palm. You can gaze out. You can even gaze up. Nice job. Inhale here. It's on the exhale. It's a nice slow and controlled release of the right foot back down to the earth. We should be able to find that neutral tabletop once again. You'll take a cat-cow, and then we'll switch sides. So when you're ready, it's extending the left leg straight behind you, tucking the left toes onto the earth. And then we kickstand the right knee out. So right toes tuck into the earth. Sole of the left foot finds the earth. Right shoulder over the right palm, and we're back in that modified side plank. Modified Vashisthasana. Left hip starts to press forward slightly. And then let's sweep left fingertips towards the top of your mat. Back to that nice long side body stretch from the left fingertips all the way down to the knife edge of the left foot, anchoring you into the earth. Next inhale breath, use the strength of your core, begin to rise up. We're finding that modified warrior two. So sole of the left foot finds the earth, knee over ankle in line with second toe. Arms energetically extend from the heart space. And one more time, stretch for the wrist, flexing the wrist, fingertips towards the sky. Option to gaze towards the left middle finger. Do this pose with energy like you're pressing two walls away from you. Inhale here. Exhale, right palm finds the earth. You've got that modified side planker. Looks like that modified balancing half moon. Start to lift the left leg. Use the glute, use the outer hip. Flex the left toes back towards the shin. Left fingertips can reach up. Or if you're going for that quadricep stretch, bend the left knee, reach for the shoelace part of the foot, and then press the left hip forward. Heel towards the glute. Got an inhale here. Exhale, slow with control, release that left leg back to the earth. You've got one final cat-cow, returning back to that neutral tabletop. Inhale, we find that neutral spine, tuck the toes under, and then exhale, hips go high for your first downward facing dog. Take your time, moving mindfully and slowly. If you want to take a deep pedal of the feet. Maybe you want a deep bend with both knees to help release tension from the lower back. Shake the head, yes, no. Eventually slowing those movements into stillness. Quick alignment check, those palms shoulder distance apart, pointer fingers to the top of the mat. External rotation of the shoulders, so triceps to the back of the mat. Head hangs heavy. Navel to spine. Hips are high. Option to keep that gentle bend in the knees. Heels energetically reach towards the earth. Layer in that ujjayi breath here. Sealing off the lips, tongue comes to the roof of the mouth. Gentle constriction with the muscles of the back of the throat. We've got one more full breath here. Adho Mukha, downward facing dog with ujjayi pranayama, the victorious breath. Next inhale breath, slowly rock it forward. Find that high plank, building a little heat in the body before we begin a little more movement in this high plank. Pressing the earth away, hollow out the armpits, engaging the core, engage the quadriceps, the glute muscles. At any time, once you start to feel a pinch in the lower back, or the lower back is collapsing towards the earth, drop down to the knees to protect that lumbar spine. You're still working on core stability and strength. We've got 3 more full rounds of breath wherever you are. Nice team. Inhale here. Exhale, hips go high, downward facing dog. We'll move into our sun bee flow variation. Inhale, we'll come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees. We step the left foot up first. Right foot to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Palms slide up the shins, shoulders away from the ears. Long spine. It's on the exhale breath, we forward fold. Inhale, root and rise up, extended mountain pose, palms touch. Exhale, hands through third eye. Past the lips, pausing here at heart center. Thoughts, words, actions align with the truth. Align with our true nature. For truth is liberation. Inhale, we sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow forward fold. Hinging at the hips, maybe a gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, we come up halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. We're stepping the right foot back. Right knee finds the earth. Once again, we find Kali Mudra, interlacing the fingers. Pointer fingers point out. And we'll rise up. Anjaneyasana. It's a modified crescent lunge. And for those that haven't been joining our practice, the meaning of this hand seal or mudra, it's called Kali Mudra. It is an honor, homage to Durga, the warrior who used her sword to slay away illusions. Getting us back to truth. Getting us back to liberation. We've got an inhale here. Exhale, we're taking that arch up and over to the left. It's like a half crescent moon shape with the upper body. And then inhale breath, we're gonna find center. Exhale, palms to the earth, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. And we sweep the right or left leg back. So we're back in high plank. And here's where we have options. I've been guiding us through a modified vinyasa, which I'll encourage today as we make this a little more slow, a little more nourishing. So on the inhale breath, as we shift forward half an inch, on the exhale, we're gonna lower to the knees, bend the elbows, let them graze the ribs as you lower all the way down to the earth. Toes are untucked, palms under the shoulder space. Inhale, baby cobra, peel the chest up off the earth. Exhale, breath, release. Tuck the toes, inhale, press up from the knees, glutes back to the heels, active child's pose. And then inhale, start to shift forward. It's the exhale breath, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Pause here, one full round of breath. And then inhale, we'll come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, step the right foot up. Left foot up to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, breath to fold. Inhale, root and rise up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, float the hands down to heart center, pausing here. Next inhale breath, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. We step the left foot back. Left knee finds the earth. Kali Mudra. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. And just like we practiced with that modified warrior 2 on the earth, it's this practice of keeping the the knee stacked over the ankle in line with that second toe. Protects the integrity of the knee so that the knee isn't buckling in or buckling out, especially in the standing postures. So we've got an inhale breath here. Exhale, begin to arch up and over once again to the right, this half crescent moon shape. Inhale, we find center. Exhale, palms to the earth. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, sweep the right foot back. Now you've got options. You can hold high plank, you can hold down dog, or inhale, we shift forward. Exhale, lower to the knees, lower all the way down to the earth. Toes are untucked, zip up the legs like a cobra tail. Inhale, peel the chest off the earth for baby cobra. Exhale to release. Inhale, press up, glutes towards the heels, active child's pose. And then start to shift forward. It's the exhale breath. Send the hips high, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Start to bring the right foot towards the center of your mat. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Pausing here, flexing the toes back towards the shin. Let that right heel melt down towards the earth. And the next inhale breath, come up onto the ball of the right foot. Help create some space so you can sweep that left leg through. We're going to continue to modify today, dropping down to the back knee. I forgot to mention, if your knees are sensitive or if you're on a really hard surface, you can double up the mat underneath the knee that's on the earth, or you can use a blanket or towel under that knee. Inhale breath, we're going to rise up, find Kali Mudra, Anjaneyasana, modified crescent lunge. We've been here before on the exhale breath. It's that half crescent moon shape to your left. And then switching things up this week, inhale, we come back to center. And on the exhale, we're gonna go right into the twist. So anchoring the outside of the right elbow to the outside of the left leg. And then use that as your leverage point. Create some space, twist through the lower ribs to find this modified prayer twist with Kali Mudra. Eventually, someday, maybe arm or thumbs line up with that heart center. One more full round of breath here in the twist. Inhale, slowly rise back up to center. And then on the exhale breath, you can release Kali Mudra. We're gonna cactus the arms, start to shift the hips forward slightly. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, find that neutral spine, arms reach up. And then exhale, cactus the elbows, slightly shift the hips forward, getting a little deeper in that lunge. Inhale, we'll reach up. Exhale, palms find the earth, shifting the hips back, maybe toe heel that foot towards the top of your mat slightly, so you can begin to straighten out the left leg. Half Hanuma pose. I haven't done this for a while in class. Nice opening for the posterior side of the body. Right now, the left hamstring, calf. You can start to flex the toes back towards the shin if you're looking for a little more sensation. And if you feel like that left hip is kind of popping out to the side, bring the right hip forward, left hip back. Help keep the hips in that neutral shape, neutral position. Let's take an inhale breath here. Find a little length in the spine. And then exhale, if you like, start to bow forward over that left knee. Any amount, forehead melts down towards the knee. rise back up. And then exhale, start to twist towards the left. So you can bring the right fingertip towards the outside of the left side of your mat, outside of left leg. And just notice if the sensation changes. Maybe you feel it a little bit more in the outer left hip. Maybe it moves down the left leg. Inhale, breath. We come back to center. Bring the sole of the left foot on the earth. So once again, we stack left knee over ankle. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. So we're in this active low lunge. And you're gonna start to turn towards your right, coming into Prasarita. So wide leg forward fold. So you're gonna pivot the feet neutral. I'm just gonna switch angles here. So feet are parallel is what I actually meant to say. And then you're gonna forward fold, hinging at the hips, crown of the head reaching towards the earth. Maybe the palms are flat on the earth under the shoulder space. If that's not comfortable, you can always keep a halfway lift, so a nice long neutral spine. But we're here for a few breaths. You need to work on the adductor muscles of the inner thigh, inner legs. Breath, rise up to that halfway lift. I like to toe heel my feet a little closer together since I made my Prasarita a little wider. And then you're gonna pivot back. It should be to the front of your mat, whichever direction, so your left leg is in the lead again. And then you're gonna pivot the sole of the right foot onto the earth, so it's setting up for those warrior two shaped legs. Inhale, breath, let's rise up and we'll find warrior two, a first standing standing posture today. Maybe shift in and out of that left leg if you like. Finding either heel to arch alignment, so left heel arch of the right foot, or maybe it's heel to heel alignment, whatever feels better in your hips. Shoulders continue to stack over the hips, and then arms energetically extending from that heart space. We've got one full round of breath here. We're not here for long. Stay through the exhale. Inhale, breath. Again, switching it up this week, we're gonna find this extended side angle pose. So you kind of tick-tock through the hips, left fingertips reaching for the earth, right fingertips reaching up. All of this is warming us up once again to visit balancing half moon. We'll take an inhale here. And on the exhale, to help us get into the pose, I like to bring my fingertips to the earth. I'm gonna slide my back foot in slightly and then start to see if you can lift off. If you fall out, that's okay. Like we practiced on the earth, you're flexing right toes back towards the shin. You can keep left fingertips on the earth for stability. You can keep a gentle bend in the left knee. And you've got options here. You can stay here with these anchor points into earth for stability, or you can continue to use the right palm to start to open up the right hip a little more. Maybe right fingertips reach up. If you find that drishti, something to focus on the earth, focus your gaze. Maybe you can lift left fingertips off the earth. One more full round of breath wherever you are. Shaking is good, shaking is growing. When you're ready, inhale here, take a deep bend in the left knee. Maybe the fingertips find the earth for stability. Guide the right foot towards the earth. Inhale, breath. Let's rise up, reverse warrior. Left fingertips sweep the sky. Exhale, breath. Windmill the palms towards the earth. Pivot on the ball of the right foot so you find that low lunge. And then we step the left leg back, high plank. And team, you've got those options to take. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. We've got one more side. We'll take an inhale together. Open mouth, exhale, let it out. This time, left foot finds the center of the mat. Inhale. reaches high. Three-legged dog, flex the right toes towards the shin. Let that left heel melt a little closer to the earth. And then inhale, come up onto the ball of the left foot, sweep the right leg through. And then once again, we're gonna drop the back knee. Find Kali Mudra. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, modified crescent. Again, you can double up the mat or use a blanket under that left knee. We'll inhale together. Exhale, arching up and over to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, we go right into the twist. So outside of the left arm to the outside of the right leg. Use that as leverage. Twisting through the lower ribs. One more full round of breath here. Inhale, we'll slowly rise back up to center. And on the exhale, release Kali Mudra, cactus the arms. Let the hips shift forward if that feels comfortable, opening up the hip flexor. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach up, find the neutral spine first. And then exhale, it's a mini back bend as we cactus the arms, shift the hips forward. Inhale, rise back to center. Exhale, palms find the earth. Start to send the hips back as maybe you toe heel the right leg forward slightly or right foot forward slightly. Send the hips back. Straighten out the right leg any amount. Left hip forward slightly, right hip back, neutral hips, and then begin to find that flex of the foot. A little more sensation to open up the back of the legs. We've got another inhale here. Stay through the exhale. And begin to twist to your left. Maybe the left fingertips even find the outside of the mat on the right side. And just observe if or where the sensation changes. One more full breath here. We come back to center. Sole of the right foot finds the earth. So again, we've got the 90-degree angle with the right leg. Tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee off the earth. And then pivot the sole of the left foot down, setting up for those warrior two legs. Inhale, rise up. We'll find that warrior two shape. Again, it's okay to shift in and out of that lunging leg as you find heel to arch or heel to heel alignment. We'll take one full round of breath here. Stay through the exhale. Inhale, start to reach forward, and it's on the exhale breath we find that extended side angle pose. And we're not here for very long, just moving into that balancing half moon. Option to gaze down, out, or up. Inhale here. Exhale, you can gaze down, let the fingertips find the earth. And again, I like to slide my back foot in slightly, and actually I'm gonna step back so I'm more in the camera. Right fingertips on the earth to start as we lift left foot off the earth. And you've got those options. Gentle bend in the right knee helps with that stability. You can keep right fingertips anchored into the earth. Left palm can start to open up the left hip as we're flexing the left toes back towards the shin. Maybe you explore left fingertips reach up. Maybe you see if you can have your right fingertips leave the earth. Stacking shoulders, stacking hips. We're here for one more full round of breath. Right fingertips can find the earth, big bend in the right knee. Guide the left foot onto the earth. Inhale, reverse warrior, right fingertips sweep across the sky. Exhale, we're Windmill the palms to the earth. Low lunge. Send the right leg back. High plank. I'll meet you in that downward facing dog. I'll do the last vinyasa with you all. No rush getting there. As we meet in downward facing dog, we'll take one more full round of breath here. Open mouth, exhale. We'll send the left leg high. Exhale as we sweep it through. Sole of the left foot finds the outside of the left palm. Right knee on the earth once again. Right palm underneath the right shoulder. We can find a few options to get a little bit deeper into the hips. Option one, you can pivot to the knife edge of the left foot, letting the right hip start to sink a little deeper towards the earth. Maybe that left palm gently presses the left knee open. Option one, you can stay here. Option two, to get into it, I like to bring the sole of the left foot back on the earth. Quadricep stretch once again, bending the right knee, reach for the shoelace part of the right foot. Bring the heel towards the glute, then begin to sink that right hip open towards the earth. And if you're looking for a little more sensation, now we can pivot that left knee open, or left hip open, by pivoting to the knife edge of the left foot. You can add that little twist through the core, opening the heart up towards the sky. Take an inhale here. Exhale, slow release. Bringing the palms back to the inside of the left foot. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, sweep the left leg back. Hips high, downward facing dog. And right away, moving to the other side, nice and slow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Sole of the right foot to the outside of that right palm. Left knee finds the earth, untuck the left toes. Left palm under the shoulder and start to twist open. And then find that option that serves where you're at today. If you want to stay here, maybe pivot to the knife edge of that left foot. Or that quadricep stretch again. I like to start with sole of the left foot on the earth, bending the left knee, right palm finds the shoelace part of the left foot. Bringing the heel towards the glute, left hip towards the earth. Now we can begin to open up the right hip as well, pivoting to the knife edge. And you can twist through the core, opening up the heart up towards the sky. We've got an inhale here. Exhale, breath. Slowly release, left toes back to the earth. Right palm finds the earth. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Sweeping the right leg back. Hips high, downward facing dog. And then we bring it back down to the earth. Knees find the earth. If you want to grab a sip of water, towel off. We're going to find child's pose or hero's pose. So child's pose, big toes touch, knees come nice and wide. Extending fingertips nice and long to the top of the mat. Let your heart melt towards the earth. Forehead on the earth. That's one option, or you can stay in hero's pose where we started class today. Sitting on the shins, toes untucked. Palms rest comfortably. Let the eyes soften or close completely. Let the muscles of the face soften. For those in hero's pose, if you like, you can bring a palm to the heart space. And those in child's pose, you can bring your awareness, your attention to your heart space. As we allow the breath to slow, allow the heart rate to slow with it. back to that notion of aligning our thoughts, our words, our actions of the heart's will with truth. And knowing that truth is not always going to be the easiest path. It's not about what's safe, what's comfortable. But to recognize that in truth is liberation. What a powerful, powerful thing. We'll spend 2 more full rounds of breath here. Child's pose, you're going to slide the palms towards your shoulder space to gently press yourself up, and then slide the knees together. So we're all meeting in hero's pose to transition and move on together. You can slowly blink the eyes open and then shift to right or left hip. So you can swing both legs out front. Soles of the feet are going to find the earth. Make sure you've got some space behind you. So you've got plenty of mat behind you. Soles of the feet on the earth. Bend in the knees, fingertips extend to the top of the mat, and nice and slow, we find our backs supported by the earth. Now, as you do that, I'm just gonna switch angles once again. So we're coming to that reclined figure 4 shape. So we'll start with sole of the left foot stays on the earth, bend in the knee. Go ahead and extend the right leg straight up to the sky and give that right foot a soft flex. So we're not straining it, we're not pointing it, it's active, it's engaged, little soft flex of the foot. And then see if you can bend the right knee, guiding the right ankle a few inches above the left knee without your hands, finding that figure 4 opening. This might be enough for you. You might feel enough sensation in the hips. If you're looking for a little more, right palm can come to this fleshy part of the right leg, maybe gently guiding the knee open. If you're looking for more sensation, we thread the needle. Lift the sole of the left foot off the earth. Palms thread through that figure 4 opening, interlacing at the back of the hamstring on the left side. And then slowly begin to guide the left knee towards the chest, towards the heart. Soft flex of the right foot. If you want a little more for the hamstrings, you can even start to extend left leg straight or towards straight. Find what works for you in this shape and allow the face to soften. I use that cue a lot because I find in myself sometimes I'm gripping through my jaw. It's like I'm clenching my jaw. So it's that reminder to allow everything to soften that's not actively engaged or needs to be actively engaged in the shape. We've got 1 more full round of breath. We'll bring the sole of the left foot back down to the earth. Try to keep the figure 4 shape with the right leg. And we roll to the outside of the left hip, guiding the sole of the right foot to the earth for a little twist. Right knee still aiming for the sky. You can use your left palm to help gently press that right leg open. So the knee points up to the sky. Right arm can extend out to the side in that half T-shape, palm facing up. You can gaze to the right if that feels comfortable on your neck. Or if this isn't speaking to you at all, you can always come into a simple twist, stacking the hips and the knees. With your practice, you can find what serves you in this moment. full round of breath here. Engage the strength of the core to bring the body back to center. And we'll reset depending on which twist you took. Bringing the sole of the right foot onto the earth, bend in the knee. And then we'll guide the left leg up towards the sky, soft flex of that left foot. And then try to find that figure 4 shape. Bend the left knee, crossing the ankle a few inches above the right knee. Option 1, staying here, maybe using the left palm to help press the left knee open slightly. Or go ahead and let the right leg leave the earth. Thread the needle and find that figure 4 shape on the earth as you start to gently draw that right knee towards your chest. Soft flex of the feet. Option, if it speaks to you, to extend the right leg. an inhale here. Stay through the exhale breath. Inviting this conscious awareness back to breath, mental body, emotional body, energetic, and the physical body. You're more than welcome to stay in this Shavasana shape a little longer if you like. If you're ready to join in a comfortable seat on an inhale breath, you can sweep the arms up, extending from fingertips to toes, nice long full body stretch. You'll slowly roll to either your right or left side, fetal pose, hips and knees stack, a bicep becomes a pillow. Moving as softly and slowly as you can to make your way to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed. Inhale, we'll sweep those arms up one final time. And nice and slow, exhale as they pass through the third eye, the lips, and rest at the heart. May our thoughts, words, and actions align with truth. Recognizing, as Deb Adele said, that Satya, truthfulness, is not about safe. It's not about what's doing easy. It's about doing what's right. It's about doing the good. And as Sadhguru said, truth is liberation. Thank you for joining me in this practice. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thanks, team, for showing up. Again, if you're interested in the book, if you want to deepen your journey about the other 2 limbs of yoga, there's 8 limbs that make up a yoga practice. The asana is just one of those limbs, and that's the physical practice. This book is called The Yamas and Niyamas. It's by Deb Adele. I'm really enjoying the way she presents this practice and gives us opportunities, or the reader opportunities, to find ways to apply it in our daily lives and practice it in our daily lives. So with that, thank you for showing up. Stay tuned on Instagram as we deal with weather stuff, if we'll be at the park or here at Casa de Inn at your casa. So thank you. Have a beautiful rest of your Sunday.